Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is our 8th video and we are creating an employee register application with Django and React.js. In this video, we are going to create a REST API. We will create REST API with the help of Django REST framework package. So we will create the REST API for our employee model. So let's do this. So we will do 4 steps to create a REST API. So first of all, we will install Django REST framework and attach with the Django project, our Django project that we have created in our previous videos. And then we will serialize our employee data. So we will convert, actually serialize means we will convert the employee model data to JSON. So we will serialize that data. Then we will create the view set. So with the help of Django REST framework, we can create view set. So this view set will help to show the data in browser. And finally, we will create URL. So this URL will be this URL is a like endpoint. So when we access the URL, then it will show the data with the help of view set. So let's do these steps. So first, I have started my server, but I need to stop this, and we will install pip install Django REST Django REST sorry Django REST framework. So this command will install Django REST framework in our system, and this is the URL for the Django REST framework. You can read the documentation. They have created very nice. They have created this package very nice. So here this is the URL Django REST framework.org. So you can read the documentation and create the API. You can learn the Django REST framework, that how to create it. So now we have after running this command, this will install the Django REST framework. And the second step is to we need to attach this package. We need to attach this application in our project. So we will open the settings.py file, and here we will add REST framework. Now the REST framework is attached with our project. So we will first serialize our data. So in our previous video we have created the model. Now what we will create, we need to create the we need to create the serialize file. So here I am going to create the serializer. Here serializer dot py. So here I have created the serializer. Now in the serializer I will create REST framework. From REST framework, import serializers and create the class employee serializer, and in this I will extend the serializer. Here I will employ the model serializer, and in this I will define the model. So my model is employee. So before defining the employee model, we need to import this model from our models file. Import employee, and then we need to define the fields, that which fields are we want to show when we access the endpoints. So I want to show ID, full name. So this ID is a default field. When we create the migration, then this ID is automatically created. ID, full name, then email we have created, and then we have a contact and address. Now we have created the serializer. We have serialized our model, our employee model. Now we need to, I will go to views.py file, and here I will create the view set. So we can create the view set from the REST framework package. Import views, this view set, with the help of this view set. And here I will create class employee employee view set. So I am doing very basic functionality of Django REST framework. So you can extend as you much as you can. So so view set dot, so I will use model view set, and here I will define the serializer class. So my serializer class is, we need to import the serializer class from the serializer and import serializer, and this will be employee serializer, and here I need to define this, and then we will define the query set, and the query set will be, we will also import the models, import employee model, and the query set will be employee dot objects dot all, and I want to this order by descending, id descending. Okay, now we have defined the serializer and convert our data. We have also defined the view set. Now we need to define the URL. So here URL file is not exist, so we need to create the URL file. So when we create the app in Django, then we need to create the urls.py file. So here I will use the from Django.urls import path, and then from REST framework import routers. Okay, and now what we will do, we will use the router equal to routers dot default router. Okay, and then we have router equal to router dot register, and then what we want to make our endpoint, endpoint will be employee, and then this router. Okay, so we need to import the view set here from dot views import employee view set. So actually we are doing that if someone in URL, when add the employee add point, then what we want to show, then I want to show the employee view set. Actually this will show the, when someone access this kind of URL, you can say, I'm going to show you example. When someone go to this kind of URL, then it will show employees view set data. So this is the default employee, then we will access one, then we can access this kind of endpoint. So this will show the employee view set data. So now we have, so now what we will do here, we will URL patterns equal to path, and in path I will keep it empty, and here I will define router dot URLs. Here one thing more I need to do, I'll use include, so this will include the URLs. Okay, and now we need to register this URL file in the project level URL file. So I will include here path, and I will make it I will keep this empty, and here I will include here main dot URLs. So this is our application name, and this is our URLs file name. So we have defined all the, we have follow all these steps. We have created a install REST framework, we created the serializer, we created the view set, and we have defined the URL. So let's check this. So I will go to the command line and run the manage.py run server. So let's get this. So URLs. So we have a error. We have an error in 7 number line. So here we have error in 7 number line. We have URL patterns. So this will be a I will take reference of my previous example, previous app. So I will go to CRUD post API and I will go to the URLs. And here we have, so we don't need to use use this variable. Actually we don't need to use this variable, and we are, yeah, so this is fine now. Okay, so let's check this in the browser. So let's open the browser. So here you can see we have a default, it will show this page. So when we click on this endpoint with the employee, if I put the employee or if I go to this URL, this is the same thing. So it will show the, so what it is showing, the tuple object has no attribute values. So we need to check the serializer. We need to check this serializer. We have all things okay. And if I go to the views.py file, so it is saying that employee, let's reference my views.py file. I will reference my views.py file, and it is saying that we have a query set and we have a, so I will make the serializer class after the query set. And so currently we have an error, tuple object has no attribute, so no attribute values actually. So it is saying the serializer, so something problem in serializer. We need to debug this. So I will open this fields. Actually I have not defined the model in the class meta. Actually this will goes to class meta. This will be in class meta actually. Okay, let's check this. Refresh the page. Yeah, so it is showing now employee list. So it is showing the employee list. So we have employee list. Now we can, so Django REST framework gives us functionality to, we can easily add the data, we can show the data, and we can perform all the REST standard method. You can use get, post, you can use update, patch. So all the functionality you can use it. So you can do on yourself. You can do it if you want to do in practice on this, then you can do it on yourself. This is very powerful package for creating REST framework. So now we have created our REST framework. So in the next video we will use this data. We will use this API to fetch the data in the front end panel and post the data from the front end panel to this API. So we will see how to do with the React.js. So for now it's we have created the API. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much, and subscribe this channel and like this video, and thank you so much.